Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this edition of Disco Does Halo for the Truth and Reconciliation.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next box. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
And now, this is simultaneously one of my favorite parts of the game and one of my least favorite parts of the game. This beginning section is tough, and it takes a long time. It's not tough from a sniper perspective. It's not really that hard to shoot all these guys. There's such a punishment if you don't do it right on Legendary that it's really pretty brutal. And if you die halfway through this fight, they see you like that. If they kill you and you got to start over, you have to start over from the very beginning. Animations and everything. So it's definitely the least favorite part to die on. And it's one of the hardest sections in this stage, and if not the game. So a little bit of history about this stage. Master Chief is trying to save the Captain Keyes. And in these Halo games, they reuse a lot of the same stages, starting at one end and then going back to the other. You'll see the actual ship later in the game, as most of you know. But this beginning section is pretty special. One, because of its difficulty, and two, because of its the scope of its world. You look around, you see the cliffs, you see the grass. It's all really pretty, lit really well. You can see that was a good throw. You can see the spotlights in certain areas. It's just really rich in color and texture, and even in the original game, it's really pretty impressive. And I know I've said before, but my favorite thing about Halo, I think, is, or at least whenever it came out, it was one of the first games to use team, like NPCs, helping you out successfully. And in this stage, it really shines through. Especially in this section right here, the music is just so good. It's something that I think the later games sort of take for granted, is that sense of immersion and the sense of atmosphere. That the music really takes a charge of it. This is another section where if you like screw up and die right here, you're gonna need to go back to sniping everybody again. So it's really difficult. Especially this guy, he pops up right at the end, and if you die, you got to start all the way back again. So luckily, this is normal mode, so it's not a big deal. I don't actually know if most people actually play it on Legendary or not, though. I always did, just because I miss the game so much. But now, it's also very important to note, if you are beating this stage, especially on Legendary, don't switch out the sniper rifle. They don't give you a pistol on this stage, and as you know for the rest of the game, the pistol is just essential when it comes to DPS and taking down your enemies quickly. but since you don't have the pistol, you got to rely on the sniper rifle here. And my preference is the plasma pistol to pick up the DPS on the energy side of things.
Has the left flank covered. Recommend you move up the middle.
These guys are on turrets. Oh man, I'm such a bad shot. Those guys on turrets can just really mess up your NPCs, so you got to take them out quickly. They're really not that difficult as far as you're concerned. You know, dodging the shots isn't hard at all. But for your teammates, it really takes them apart. Oh, picked up a cloak there. Usually I save that cloak for later. I just go past everybody that comes out of this corridor, but that's okay. Yeah, if you go down right here, a ton of guys just spawn and come at you. I like to cloak and stay cloaked and just either one, run past him if there's nobody else on my team alive, or two, just, you know, throw grenades at him. Whichever works. Now, thankfully, I've developed a strategy for this section. It's kind of boring to watch, and I don't think I do it too often. I think I try to come out from cover as much as possible. But there's a first rock as soon as you turn that corner back there coming into this area. The enemies won't go past that first rock. So that's a place to hide. You can just sit there and just shoot the enemies without any repercussions, basically. As long as you can dodge their firing shots inside, you can hit them on the outside. I'll probably demonstrate that a little bit later. But now most of my guys are still alive. We have to go through a couple waves of enemies here. Nothing too crazy, especially with teammates. Oh, come on, guys.
Alert! Covenant dropships are inbound.
I always like that punching sound. There's something satisfying about it. Oh, nice. I got two at once. That's another thing about the sniper rifle. You can get multiple enemies at once if you time it correctly. I think in Legendary there's something like 10 waves that come out that gravity lift. It's pretty brutal. Now falling back a little bit. Good thing about plasma pistols is if you run out of charge, you can easily just grab another. All these enemies in this section have them. I think I'm retreating back to my rock here. It's that one right there. If you go past here, the enemies will not follow you. So you just lean out behind the rock and just take them down. That was a nice shot. Oh, wait, I missed him. Oh, come on, man. And this is all with just a plasma pistol. Oh, come on. try to switch out a weapon and you accidentally go into thing. Alright, now we got hunters. With sniper rifle, you can take them out in the back if you... Yep, there you go. One shot. Now, I usually like to punch these guys, save ammo. But 2 of them are too difficult, so as long as you punch, or as long as you take out one of them, you can take out the other fairly easy. Yeah. With all that armor, you really shouldn't be able to punch them, but you know, whatever works.
Copy that, Cortana. Hold tight, gentlemen. Bowhammer out.
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's command neural interface. They'll probably be in or near the ship's brig, which should narrow our search.
Echo 419 inbound. Clear the drop zone.
Get a little taste of what it used to look like there. You can see that's quite a bit more sparse than the remaster version. I don't know, maybe it's just stupid, but I like the... I guess it's minimalism of the original. But the updated version definitely looks pretty good. And here we go. This is the hardest part in the game on Legendary mode. By far, bar none.
We're in. I've got a
This
good
is
lock
just
on the captain's
so hard.
CI
And even on
transponder.
normal, it's pretty hard.
No Covenant
But you have
defenses detected.
at least
What? There's no covenant
8
here.
cloaked guys with swords, 1-hit kills on Legendary, and it just it takes me maybe 40 or 50 tries. I think my average on this is an hour and a half. So that was an example of dying. I think I cut this one down. Yeah, you try to catch him right off the bat before he kills anybody. I forget if I... Okay. This run's going pretty well. It's a lot easier if you can keep your Marines alive, that's for sure. But these cloaked guys with swords, man. They come out of nowhere and they just mess you up. There's another one of those audio messes up. Whenever you fire the plasma pistol, if for some reason there's a charge up sound if you fire it too often. It's only audio, it doesn't mess with the game at all. But it can get pretty annoying, especially in these parts. There we go. Plasma rifle. This run's going pretty well. He's not dead. Oh, there we go.
Next time I'll let you guys out. Don't worry. They'll be back.
Now in Legendary, hunters come out there, but the hunter's never really that difficult. It's just after such a good run, you hate to have the runners or the hunters come out and just
Passages to find a way around.
screw you up, and you have to reload after all of that work. You probably barely just got out of it. Oh man, it's tough. Okay, this part is surprisingly tough too, because whenever you get to right here, guys spawn behind you. So you have to be quick about taking out these enemies in front of you in order to keep the guys from behind you taking you out when you least expect it. Okay. Seem to have avoided them pretty well. It usually is just 2 jackals. Maybe they don't come up this far now.
The Marines are waiting on the other side. The controls to open it must be somewhere.
Oh, good throw. Boom. Jackals are tough, I'll tell you. Now, it's funny, I'm not really used to this part because what you're supposed to do is down by that marker, you're supposed to let the Marines in. But I'm used to not having any Marines left at this point. Because on the harder modes, it's really easy to not have any Marines left. So I actually have them this time, and it's kind of nice. I don't know if I can jump down there or die or not. Maybe if I jump on something. I know there's a ramp I could take, but this just saves some time. Alright, I'm fine. Nice. I like that Chief's punching action with that gun is the same as the elites do. There's that sound again. I don't know, it's kind of annoying when you're playing, but I don't know, it could be endearing.
All clear, sir.
We should get moving.
All right, everybody stay cool. Yell if you see anything.
I love it when things go well.
Roger that. Careful, it could be anywhere. Battery. It's dead.
I definitely don't think this is the first game to have NPCs have such personality, but it really adds something to the game. You really feel like you're part of a group, part of a unit, that you're part of something bigger. Ouch, that hurt. That's not good. Now there's guys up top there, and guys down at the bottom. This part's pretty tough. That elite just doesn't care at all. He just gets right in there. The music just kind of cut out suddenly. I guess that's the only thing about this game is the audio is the only thing that you can tell in the remastered version that was kind of messed up. I think the physics is just right, and really it's just a reskinning of the old game. It should be fairly easy, you know, from my non-technical expertise. They did a great job with this. It's just there's a couple things in the audio that could use tweaking. Not that they will, it's a dead game for sure, but... We're going to see in a little bit here how the Halo 2 remastered was done, and man, is that thing gorgeous. You think this looks good, and then you just look at Halo 2, and it almost takes your breath away.
You better hurry, Cortana. We can't hold them off all day.
And Halo 2 is my my favorite game. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but for sure. Now, Cortana just said something right there. And it's so hard to hear what she says. And like I said, normally at this point I don't have anybody with me. But this time I actually did have somebody with me. And the guy says something snarky about her opening a door, and she's like, "Give me a moment," and then sort of makes a little quip about, "I'd like to see you do it," and sort of describing how hard it is. And she says it under her breath, and it's really hard to hear her, but it's kind of nice. You know, she doesn't say it through the radio; she says it in your head. And you know, there's a little bit of staticky whenever she's over the comm. But when she just says it in your head, I think it adds something. Like I said, it's something that adds to her character, and she's not just a voice telling you what to do.
Got it. The door is open. Everyone should move through now. I can't guarantee that it won't lock again when it closes.
By far the worst gun in the game. Get rid of that as soon as I can. I don't know why they have the worst gun given to you the most often.
I'm going to call for reinforcements. There's no sense going in with anything less than full strength.
Cortana to Foehammer. We need additional support troops. We're going to open the shuttle bay door again, move in, and drop off reserve troops on my signal.
I copy,
Nice.
Cortana. Echo 419.
Look at that.
Bye for your signal.
Now, there's guys that appear behind you here. Once you get about here. There's quite a few of them. It's kind of tough, actually. Alright, I think we're good. They give you a marker. I don't know what that marker is for. I don't know if their assets of the elites are two different things, if the top part and the bottom part are different, but it almost looked like that grenade went through him. I don't know, it's weird. Did that guy die? I think he didn't. There's that sound again. Now, if I'm good with the grenade, I could take out everybody, which I did. Good. And again, here's a section where some guys spawn behind you. But if you push forward quick enough right here, you can just take out these guys and not worry about the guys behind you. Oh, the jackal thing hurt. Lucky. Alright, now there's supposed to be some cloaked elite guys. I don't remember if they're still here or not. There's also some ammo back there in the corridor back to the left. We want to save some of that for when we come back for the final sections. But we also have to take out these guys. Pretty tough. Should be all the elites. Alright, now we get to the place where the captain's being held in a prison. Oh, come on. That was such a delay. Easy enough to get through that section. Should be 2 jackals down here. And then I think a straight shot. Come on, don't be sloppy. I like the way those gold ones look. They look cool. Now there's a couple invisible guys. I don't remember how many. I think just 2. There's some scrubs, but there's at least 2 invisible elites here. Yep, there's one. Nice. There's the other. I don't know if I got him. Yep, I got him. Okay. Awesome. Now I gotta set up the guns that I want for the next section, because there's a checkpoint right after this.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this. Thanks. Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
One moment, sir. Accessing the Covenant BattleNet. According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. If I'm analyzing this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable power.
That's true. The Covenant kept saying that whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see. I have intercepted a number of messages about a Covenant search team scouting for a control room. I thought they were looking for the bridge of a cruiser that I damaged during the battle above the ring. But they must be looking for Halo's control room.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon, and the Covenant gain control of it, they'll use it against us and wipe out the entire human race. Chief, Cortana, I have a new mission for you. We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control room. Marines, let's move!
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Chief, you have the point.
I love that. Shut up and get behind me, sir.
We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
It's a little bit of the old version. Yeah, these 2 cloaked guys can mess you up pretty bad if you don't take them out right away. A couple jackals here. And I think the biggest challenge, definitely the biggest challenge of this area, is keeping in front of the chief. For whatever reason, he likes to move. He likes to get in front. And the enemies like to shoot him, and if he dies, you lose. Period. So you have to be very proactive here. And it's not really that tough, but it's tough just because you don't have to worry about yourself. You have to worry about the stupid chief getting over anxious and thinking that he's a badass. See, there he goes.
Do something for me, huh? Want some more of this?
I should have got him. Now, funny thing about this next section, I had a charged up blast and then I had a checkpoint here. But if you fire right there, the sword guys actually come to you. Shoot, I don't have ammo for my sniper on this. But it's actually pretty tough if you can't get him with the sniper.
We made it.
Oh man, that was lucky. The chief is right there.
Negative, Cortana. I've been engaged by Covenant air patrols, and I'm having a tough time shaking them. You'll be better off finding your
This
own
covers
ride.
his mouth. I just think it's so funny.
Acknowledged,
And it's so
Foehammer.
cartoonish the way that he
Cortana out.
talks
Air
on the
support is
original
cut off,
version.
Captain. We need to hold here until she can move in.
Oh man, we're trapped in here. We're screwed. We're screwed, man.
Stow the belly aching, soldier. Remember, you're a leatherneck. Cortana, if you and the chief can get us into one of those Covenant dropships, I can fly us out of here.
Yes, Captain. There's a Covenant dropship still docked.
Now there's some guys that come out of the doors there, and you have to lead the captain away, otherwise they just come out and just blast him right straight off. Then you have to go through the whole sword thing again. The checkpoint system isn't great in this game, but definitely the best thing about it is as soon as you die, I think it's within 10 seconds, you're right back at that checkpoint. So it's bad because of the placement, but I sort of understand why in most of the situations they don't want to make it easy for you to just die and then come back. So now in here, what I used to do is I used to just charge up there, hit the go button really quickly, and just go. But this time I took my time.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
And that's a Truth and Reconciliation. So, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next episode. With the Silent Cartographer.
Give me a minute to interface with the ship's controls.
No need. I'll take this bird out myself.
Captain! Hunters!
Hang on.
Nice one, sir.
Time for a little payback.